Hello everyone and welcome back to SpartanGaming Plays Call of the Sea. Today we are playing Chapter 5. We're a part fish lady now. We'll roll with it. Look at this, we've got all fishy. You never seen Nora in full fish mode?
I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit.
I would be shitting my pants right now.
Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple.
Cool.
I'm back to being me.
Or inhuman. It's pretty interesting how the gates work in this.
Hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
You transform into a fish lady. You've discussed this internally multiple times, surely. Ooh. So yeah, the whole point of this chapter is Nora's coming to learn about her heritage, I guess you could say. The fact that she's not fully human. Obviously, it's kind of evident really, isn't it? The fact that she transforms into a fish lady. Back into sea. Flunk. I do like the transformations in this game. They're not really puzzle focused, except these parts here.
Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
Oh, okay. That was annoying. That should have been... That was the correct way. Every one of these you do, you have to turn this. This is the first one I've done where I've turned it before doing it. That's kind of frustrating. Yeah, you know what to do. It's basically click a button and they have to basically match for this to happen. There you go. Wow, so the first one is already set in the right position. Of course it is. And this is all automatic now. We're on rails. Whee! Oh, game almost shit the bed then.
The island is pierced by underground currents.
Oh, another fish monster there. Another one of those evolution or transformation symbols. Get out the sea. I don't feel that bad underwater in this area because I can see the bottom. But yeah, if I can't see the bottom, and if I'm in the ocean, then yeah,
Architecture again.
crap my pants.
Where is this gate going to lead me now?
Ooh.
What a quiet and peculiar place.
This is whoa. That water looks nice. This looks like a little village, doesn't it? So the first thing to do for this area is to go down and look at this stone structure just in the distance. So we'll do that. We'll explore these weird huts in a minute.
Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense soon. I did, like I said, I do run through these sections before I record, just so that I know what's coming in advance. I really don't want to be stood around looking at a puzzle for like 20 minutes. Nobody wants that crap, do they?
Hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
There you go. And there should be one more. But you can't see it. I think it's on the other side, which is a You have to go all the way back up again. We'll do the we'll do this first, and then we can have a look in the huts because we're not going to miss anything. I'm gonna look at these paintings and stuff in a minute as well. As you can see, there's symbols outside these doors, claw marks, and there's also these here. They are related to the puzzles. But we'll get to that. And there should be one more. Yeah, there should be this swirly one, I think. Is there one more? Maybe not. Yeah, there should be claws. I assumed it was... Oh, you know what it was? Son of a bitch. It was on the opposite side of the wall. All the way down at the bottom again. Right. I'm not going to go and get that. I might do. It depends. So basically these are in order. You start from the bottom, you work your way up. That's basically it. So white hands, orange hands, red hands, the claws, which we've not got, and then the spirals. The spirals are here, as you can see by this room here. And then to activate the puzzles, all we need to do is click on these here, which are the big stone structures, which will do. It's annoying that I completely forgot that there was one on the opposite side. So, as you see, it's white first, so we'll press this one. Has to be in order. And then it is this way. You know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna go down and get the other clue because it's gonna kill me if I don't. So yeah, I won't. I'll get it and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what the one I missed. This claw one here. There you go. I don't even know why I missed it. Because I'm blind. That's why. It's because I'm blind. Okay. As we were saying, so sequence we need orange next. Should be up here. As red. Let's keep going up and up. I don't think...
How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
You're obviously going through what you've been written in the description. It's too obvious. So this is the orange one. Now we can click on these now. So these pools of black blood. Well, kind of black ooze, isn't it?
Black blood in eyes, like in the well.
Yeah, it's very cryptic. It kind of makes sense at the same time. And I guess it is. I guess it fully makes sense, really. Red one.
Fire falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze?
Obviously. It'd be nice if there was more information about the 𝘨𝘴𝘮𝘮 and these fish dudes. But unfortunately, there's not too much information about them. There's another one in here. It's the claws, which is the one we need. And then the last one should be the purple spiral. Let's click on this first.
We slaves, masters are come to.
Heaven, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes?
See, she says that, but when you look in the notes, from what I remember, Nakar was the city that sunk under the water. It was the Atlantis in the Pacific Ocean, I think she said. But from what I remember, there was nothing in the notes that referenced Nakar, because it was after this chapter, wasn't it? Was it in chapter 3? Because this is chapter 2. With the organ and the boot. Then this was the next chapter, which is the one that we just done with the lights on where Frank died. It was before this. It must have been in chapter 3. But yeah, there's no notes about the Nakal or whatever. There's no log either. Not that I remember. Let's have a look. That's the music box. Yeah, because it was in this part. And she was like, "Oh, it's Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean." Because there's the organ. Maybe it's in chapter. Maybe it's in the organ chapter. I just remember picking up a piece of paper and she says something to do with Pacific Ocean and Atlantis. And it was this ancient city of 𝘨𝘴 or something. I made a joke about it being full of cows. Because that's how childish I am. But yeah, I think that's what it is. We'll read all that in a bit. But,
Looks like some sort of food. It's not human food, though, and it's fossilized, too.
I mean, it's been here for a very long time. And there's no civilization around here anymore. They all just got up and left. Or swam away. I think, yeah, there's one more here.
I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
We father, we mother.
I understood that.
Oh yes, you've been understanding it now for the past bloody 200 days or however many days she's been here. It was the 7th of November, wasn't it, when we turned up? I think it was the 7th of November. I could be mistaken.
Primitive bowls and plates.
Probably got them from IKEA. IKEA said a lot of that shit, don't they? And the last one.
The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level.
I love all that giant frogs.
It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level.
No.
I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community.
I just keep saying primitive. They're probably smarter than every human out there in the world at this particular moment in time.
Some slaves died. Some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now?
Gonna go all the way back down again now. Yeah, it would be nice if there was more information. From the end, what I remember, the ending is, I think it's 2 endings for this game. And I don't remember them being very satisfying. No, like, this game wouldn't make sense for this game to have a sequel, put it that way.
Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will.
Well, yeah. Talking about being slaves. It was kind of obvious they were obviously taking people from wherever they're from and subjecting them to the black ooze, and then yeah, and then they either transformed or they died. And then they probably dumped them in here while they transformed or something.
This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level.
Ooh,
It's impressive.
nice. Oh, back into the sea. Rump. I always miss something in this area. So we need to press this here, but we can't press it yet because we need to use these tunnels. So we'll do this now. As you can see with these, they're all the same. They all have the exact same timing. So I wait for this line to get to here, just here, and then I press this one like this. Wait for it and press, and they should all join up. There you go, easy. And this should fold in. There you go. We don't want to go through there just yet.
This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me.
That's creepy. I don't like it. I also missed the secret object in this area as well. It's in a stupid place. I looked because I was annoyed. I also missed one of the murals in the last chapter as well, which I didn't realize until I looked at the saves. But you know, still shit now. I'm not going back. I don't know where the hell I missed it, but yeah, it don't matter. To be honest, I don't think it'll add too much of the story. Again, a lot of these are just noise interpretations, aren't they?
They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods.
Yeah, 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘪𝘳 and 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮, or whatever that lid just said. There's some more houses over there. There's only two though, so there's obviously not many people living here. So we'll need to turn these. Plump. Like a Spanus. I don't understand how these stones are still standing after all these years. But it would like get eroded and with the water. Unless this is like super pure. I don't know actually. Would pure water erode? I don't know.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
No, so these are the slaves and these big dudes here. They were the masters. Or put it bluntly, they were the bastards. Oh, there's another one of these pools here.
We, father and mother, pray to God. God punish them.
The Sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
Oh. So, from what we know, right, the 𝘨𝘴𝘮 were human. So how the fish in this is completely... I don't know, I must have missed something obvious, but I just assumed that the 𝘨𝘴𝘮 were the people being kidnapped. And the fishmen were somebody completely different, but from the sounds of it, the 𝘨𝘴𝘮 were fishmen, and they were kidnapping humans? Or something?
So these creatures are immortal? Isn't this the tiara from... wait, I can't remember the name of my hometown.
It's the same on the paper. I told you it was something to do with this water. With the fisherman. I don't Unfortunately, you can't, the game doesn't keep track of your letters you pick up or any of your audios or anything like that. Which is, it's kind of a shame because it would be nice to, you know, if you take a break playing this game, it would be nice for a little reference. The same with the Nicao stuff. Like, unless you remember it, then you ain't gonna remember it. Especially if you got poor memory like me. I'm trying to think where this secret item is. You know, I think that this crown is the secret from what I just looked at. Can't pick it up. In fact, I can just check on the chapter select. Just give me 1 second. Yep, that counted as the secret item. So that's good. Nice. So I should be able to just do this now. But basically, you have to... This opens a door down here. And you can't get there without going through these portal... with these like portal tunnel things. There you go.
Oh, I made it.
Nice.
My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy. Even better than before my illness.
At least you're home. Could be scary though, the fact that you're just forgetting things. And we're on the opposite side. This is where we went in originally, that hole there. We went all the way around here when she could have just hopped in the water and hopped back out again. Like, there was literally no reason for her to go through that portal, turn into a fish lady, go all the way around, just to come up here. She could have just jumped up on the ledge. Easily. Who knows? Who knows why she doesn't? Video game.
Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
You may be wondering, what tunnel is she talking about? Because that's exactly the first thing I asked myself.
Like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner?
I guess the guards come in every day and giving you food and beating you. You know, maybe that's the hint that you're a prisoner. Poor guys and girls. Poor dudes and dudettes. Yeah, this was there's the thingy we used. Obviously, you couldn't go through here because somebody broke it. Sabotage, maybe?
I can enter this tunnel.
I like how everything's in like a shape of a spade. You know, from a deck of cards. Not what you dig your grave with. Back in the water again. Interesting. But there were eggs. Have I missed anything? God. That's disorientating upside down like that. It's like... There you go. I mean, these are dreadfully boring after the first or second one. But at least they're easy to do, you know? It'd be annoying if the timing was completely different in each one. It would just take you forever.
This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me.
Hopefully nowhere bad. Better not be anywhere bad. Ooh. You can't really move your mouse. It snaps back into position, see? That's not scary. Oh, thank God, it's just a giant fucking squid. I mean, really. Better than gazing into the abyss, I guess, but still. I wonder how this game plays in VR. I know they released a VR version of this, but I never tried it.
That was quite a ride, but it's over now.
Oh, let's get out of the water, please. Drink. That mini stargates, aren't they?
That ladder. Someone set up camp in here.
So you're telling me we went through all of that and we didn't need to? Of course.
Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Huh. Let's go up this way first. Oh wow. So transporting the slaves into this weird sanctuary place. To turn them into fishermen.
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death?
So from the looks of it, there's only a chance that you may transform. And other than that, you're gonna die. Wow. It's not much of a life, is it? It's just like, hey, we'll flip a coin and see if you die. So we know that Harry's not gone home because he ain't back yet. So he must have somehow come this way. Even though he couldn't get through the door originally. Or through the portal, should we say. He could have swam.
This... Oh my God. Did I almost forget about Harry?
Ow. As you can see, the longer she stays in the water, the more she forgets about her home outside of the water.
Setting.
Ooh.
It is so beautiful.
Don't think you should see some creepy monster in the background. It would shit me up the willies. I would like if you could sit down and just have have a gander. But what a nice place. Put a hammock up here somewhere. You know. Whereabouts on the island are we? You can't. Can you see the big big key thing? Don't think you can. Oh no, there. Is that it? There it is. Just in the background. So they came down in here. Oh God. The atmosphere changed then in the headphones, was kind of unsettling, to say the least.
Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged.
Chris is eating beans and nothing but
They
beans.
seem to loathe each other.
I can't stand your lunatic face. I can't stand the noise you make when you eat, and I can't stand you. It's like being married. Brilliant.
She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either.
So it says, Harry's mental decline is more evident each day, but today he said he found out some place to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing up to now. Listen to what he says and go along with him. I can't stand him, but I have to tread lightly, because it's only him and me now, and the Black Icor. So Frank was telling the truth when he was saying that she gives absolutely zero shits for you. You'd think she'd leave. You know, after somebody's dead, or somebody turns absolutely batshit crazy when they get splashed with this black ooze stuff. You'd think you'd just pack your bag and just go, I'm going home, mate. No story is worth your life. Silly woman. We're not gonna say anything. This boat. Transportation? Well, she said there's only me and him left, so 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮 must have either deadified it or he just pissed off. Oh.
So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived.
So that means that he set up the very entrance to the start of the game where she's like, oh, there's somebody put up a tent here or whatever. So 𝘨𝘨𝘮, you don't know if he got out, because if you remember, he says he got attacked on a boat when he was younger by a sea monster. Like, did he go back on? Did he make a boat and then just leave and then wing it? See. Now, when I was saying that the guy sounds French, it's because apparently he is French. So yeah, Monsieur and Madame. And he says, au revoir. Brilliant. We have plenty of death in this island. I helped you as long as I could, but I won't be an accomplice to this ritual madness. I'm returning to the White Sand Beach to build a raft and leave this island of death. I'll be there if you change your mind, but I won't wait too long. Goodbye, 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮. Oh, I didn't know they speak French in whereabouts you from? Tahiti? I guess well, we didn't see him, so he must have managed to get away. If I don't know, his boat capsized and he got eaten by that giant fucker in the water. I'm kind of hoping he did, no? Leaving my Harry behind, you asshole.
Oh dear, poor people. Is this why I'm changing too?
It seems that the sanctuary was where the final stage of this ritual took place.
A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went?
The masters brought their slaves to a sanctuary by boat in order to perform the final stage of the ritual. Wow. I don't know who the masters are. Like, obviously it's the big fish people, but like, if they're not if they're not Nazca, what the hell are they? Why the hell are they turning people into fishermen? It's so weird. There's a letter there from Harry. Nice. I think I missed that.
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance.
I see. Look, White Sand Beach, 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮 building raft. So this is where we started. What, the White Sand Beach? Where's the sanctuary? She normally says something when there's a play there, but... Not gonna play anything? No? Huh. Weird. Runes are useless? It's a big weird transformation symbol key thing.
Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
And I will list this letter from Harry. Please don't be a deranged madman, Harry.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘴 said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work.
You know what? He's determined, isn't he? 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮, he left because he was like, yeah, you're mad. I'm leaving. At least he had brains to leave and he didn't die. It's a shame Frank died, really. So it's only him and Cass. Cassandra's gone a bit loopy. Everyone goes a bit loopy. Now we come to the hard one. Look at this monster.
This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
Now, where is it? Notes. As you can see, the this puzzle in the solution is here. Well, she's got the time to set and draw this stuff. That's nice. This one's not... I don't remember the timing for this one, but I know you start up here. As you can see in these pictures, you start with the swirly one. And then you go... hold on, I could do swirly one. Then this one here. Then the eye. And then the weird stairway. It's all about the timing. This might take a few attempts, but...
This must be my transportation to the sanctuary.
That boat just turned up. How does that make a boat appear? How weird. Oh. That happened automatically. That was hopefully I've not missed anything. I probably have, but tough titties now. Guess we'll just go into the abyss. It should be the end of chapter 5 already. Yeah. So yeah, we'll end it here because chapter 6 is literally right after this. So before we start chapter 6, shall we have a look through all these? Did I miss anything? I started scared about what happened to blah, blah, blah. Where are we? In the water, I could see my hands. They had turned into bizarre amphibian hands. Although I recognized them as my own, it's hard to put down into words. But it was as if I were another version of myself. I lost track of time in this place. It feels like I could stay here forever. That's a bad sign. As strange as it might seem, I feel a strange harmony with the surroundings. Everything reacts when I'm in close, as if every living entity in this lagoon welcomed me. I activated some more of those gates, like the ones on the mountaintop temple, and well, I don't know how to put it on words, but I can breathe and move freely underwater. Fish woman. The current took me to what looked like a town. A sort of a cylindrical pit with houses all around the walls. It was much more modest than the ruins I saw earlier. They were murals like the ones I saw before, but they were defaced. Without a doubt, the people who lived there were the victims of the rituals. The people who lived in these sunken towns were able to adjust the water level at will. Were they people like me? Is that why I feel so at home here? Is that the reason this is so familiar to me? There was a small sink filled with black ooze. I heard some voices calling me, and they sound similar to the ones in my dream, but this time I understood what they were saying. There were two statues made of stone and mud on the bottom. It seemed that the people were leaving offerings to them. This is how people lived here look like. Well, these are the two gods that she talked about, weren't they? I found the exit from town and dived into a long underground current. That was incredible. I had never felt so free and full of life until now. It led me to another large hall with an opening to the exterior. There was another one of Harry's camps. The shocking thing was that I had almost forgotten him. How could I forget my husband? I'm so sorry, my dear old pal. It's because you keep referring to him as dear old pal. Harry and the remaining members of the expedition followed the river down from the mountain peak and after wandering some days, they found this entrance. There was a note from 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘴, the Polynesian guide leaving the expedition. He was fed up of death and disaster and tried to convince Harry to leave the island. He returned to the beach to build a raft to escape. My God, I think Harry has lost his mind. He thinks there's a way to be like me. I hope he doesn't do anything foolish. But this is the last few letters signed incoherent and unstable. Wow. Poor Harry. This isn't his mind. Don't worry. There. Oh, okay. Should we check to see? Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. I actually got 100%. Go me. Yeah, I missed 3 on this and 1 mural on that. I don't know where they are. But yeah. Let's end here, shall we? So yeah. Chapter 5, quite short. The shortest of them all, and chapter 6 isn't too long either, to be honest. It's more puzzle heavier than the last. Well, it's more puzzle heavier than all of them. But not too difficult. So yeah, until then, peeps, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for chapter 6 sometime soon. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.